All right, this is an end of an era. This is my brand new Tramontina that I've had for years because when I bought this many years ago, I bought two. There was like a 2-pack. And how long have I had this? On 7, 8 years now?
I do not remember, dear.
I think it's 7 or 8 years.
I would be lying if I said.
7 or 8 years, and it's been a good pan, but the stuff is starting to come off on the bottom. So I'm breaking out its brother pan that I got at the same time. So this is its first test run. We'll have to season it with some good omelet in here.
President Biden does nothing. Zero.
Good fry pan. That's a Tramontina, by the way. It's been a cold several bit of days, but sometimes I think we're given a little something just to help us keep our chin up in dreary gray weather. It's cold. I got my hat and my jacket on and my sweatpants. I have no idea what this little, I don't know, moth? Is it a moth? Where is it? There it is. I do not know. That's a moth. Beautiful. And we've got this yellow stuff coming out of the sky, hitting the ground, makes you feel warm. Don't know what that's all about. But let's go buff a knife. First thing I'm doing, I'm gonna get that knife out of the tempering, well, actually feeding my cat, first thing. And then clean that knife up, make sure it's not warped. Buff it, get the handles on it. And then I'm gonna start on the BC Special that I skillet knives the handle and added a little flare to the back of it. I'm gathering that some people don't like the little flare, but we'll see. I'm just gonna make it and see what it looks like. It may look better when it's finished. Okay, let's get to work. Okay. Are you hungry? How about a little fist bump? Give me a fist bump. Okay. We'll see you. Man, it's like, I used to get a warp like, 1 out of every 10, or now it's like every other knife. That is a significant warp. I'm gonna have to put it back in I'm gonna have to shim it in my straightening jig and run it back through the tempering again. So I came down here to really put some time in buffing this, but I'm gonna have to run it back through the tempering. So I'd probably get the bevels ground on that and start working on that while I'm waiting on this. But I am gonna sand it down, the handle anyway, and get this cut and the pins cut and get it ready for this. And then I'll put it back in the tempering oven, and then I'll grind some bevels on that. Man, you just would not believe the effort it takes to go from a piece of steel to this to that. I still got a long way to go to make this a knife. There's one side. I'm fixing to flip it over and do the other side, and that's not a dip. That's just where I've sanded so far, and it'll all, when I sand this, it'll all be straight. But that's probably a 64th of an inch I've taken off there, and I'll take that off here. It'll all be nice and just like this. Okay, the knife that I'm working on the warp, any minute now should be dinging and letting me know it's ready to come out of it's baked and ready to be cut up into slices. And oh wait, that's bread. So yeah, any minute now it should be ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish sanding the bevel grinding marks out of it like this, and then move on to that. The one I was working on. I still got to decide what kind of wood. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get a bunch of wood out here, and I'm going to let y'all decide. Yeah, let me do that right now. All right, first I'm gonna let you pick brass pins or stainless pins. And then I'll tell you what these are. This is desert ironwood. This is Corellian. And all the rest of these are maple burl. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll let you give it a real slow drive by here. I've used this color recently. I've used this. I can't remember. It had to be a deplorable. Or maybe it was this. Yeah, it was. I had a deplorable, and then the fellow wanted a neck knife with the same stuff, and I did. So, and that, it was this. And all these are maple burls. And these two are the only ones that are different. That's Corellian, that's desert ironwood. 1 through 9, from left to right. And this is my left. In case this comes out backwards. Okay, I'm gonna sand. I'm gonna finish sanding that with, I'm at 150. I come off the belt at 120, so I'm at 150. And I'm gonna finish sanding out. Oh, geez, I just smashed my knee. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Huh? Ow. Oh, well. All right, so I'm just gonna move these to the side in the order that they're in now. That way, when you see this, just pick a color, any color. And I'm getting back to work. And then I'm gonna clean the deplorable up. If I got the warp out, I'm pretty sure it'll come out. I don't think I'll have to do it twice, because it wasn't that bad of a warp. And, you know, I'm usually pretty good at getting the milder warps out the first time. So work on this, and then I'm gonna clean up the deplorable. And the next thing you see will be me with a deplorable mirror polished. And I've got these polished on the nose. These are ready to get epoxied on. So we're getting there. And I believe this is gonna be my first Kydex sheath. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, the one with the slightly modified BC Special handle and the perforated, 400 is the next grit. So 400, 600, 800, heat treated. I tell you, it's going to be a while before I get all my Kydex. I mean, I need a lot of parts. I need the screws. They have rubber grommets, nuts. I got to get different lengths for different thicknesses of Kydex, and then I haven't decided what I'm going to do about a belt clip. They make these things called Tech Lock, but I think I can make a Kydex belt loop with a jig that I make up. You know, heat the Kydex, put it in my jig, make a belt loop out of it, let it cool, and then drill my holes and all that. I haven't decided what route I'm going to take on that. I want it to be, you know, modern and good looking. I don't want it to appear like I made, you know, just made some old belt loop and everything else looks good. But I'll figure it out. But I'm probably going to have this ready long before I'm ready to dive into Kydex. So I'm not sure if I want to polish this or not. I don't know. I still just tell me what wood you want. I mean, you don't have to buy it. I'm just saying, you know, I'm letting you participate in the build. It's just kind of fun. It's fun to me anyway. What pins, brass or stainless, and what wood? And since this is probably going to go in a leather sheath, let's have a vote. You want it polished or satin finish? I mean, I only got 3 more grits to go for satin finish. And I can also buff it and make it a mirror polish. Like, oh, boy, I'll tell you, these little divots where the nails are and the seams, my wheels get stuck in them. Okay, here's this. I got to take this home because it's just not warm enough in here not to let it cure in the heat. This is one of the better polishing jobs I've done. I don't know what was different, but I do need to replace one of the, hold on. I need to replace one of the wheels. Oh, come on, man. Are you acetone? You're acetone. Give me just a second. I gotta get some acetone and get, that's adhesive. I gotta get that off of there. Okay, it's gone. Anyway, I give it a final buff when it's all done. So I gotta bring this home with me. I already told you that. Okay. Jeez. Did I get it on the rag? I think I did. All right, let me get that off. I mean, it'll buff off, but I don't want to have to, you know, go back through rebuffing it really hard. Let me get that off and then bring this home before I get any more on it.